اشرح لك صدرك. Go ahead. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك
You gotta stretch.
ووضعنا عنك وزرك عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Good. Next surah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالله فلهم أجر غير ممنون.
Yeah, remember we talked about the similarity and you knew where it was, and so you have to apply.
فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين.
Good. Next surah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق الإنسان من علق.
إظهار.
اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
كلا.
When I get a mistake, I forget the next ayah.
That's why you have to practice with correct tajweed. But you didn't practice, that's your problem. If you practice, then it would have been easy. But since you did not practice, that's why it's difficult. Everybody knows that. You cannot wake up one day and go ride the tricycle. You have to actually be trained to ride the tricycle, and then you move to the bicycle, and then you move to the motorcycle, if you do want to go that route. But if you don't train at all, you cannot just come and hop on the motorcycle, you understand, and say it's time for me to ride it, and you never pass by the bicycle or the tricycle. Do you understand? Yes? Speak up.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Apply. Kalla, go ahead.
كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى.
كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى. This is not correct because you have a mim sakin. Alam ya'lam bi. Then the back came after the mim sakin. بأن الله يرى. Repeat it again. ألم يعلم. ألم
ألم يعلم
بأن الله
الله يرى
ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى
ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينتهي لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطعة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب
الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في
Repeat it
ليلة
again.
القدر
إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر.
إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة
تنزل الملائكة والروح
بإذن ربهم
Underline ayah. You don't know that. See, everything should be practiced nicely, calmly, and easily in order for it to be kept nicely, calmly, and easily. But if you want to force the Quran like this, the Quran will teach you that it's not acceptable. This is something that everybody will have to come to terms during this Quranic revelation declaration 2021 or even 2022, forever. You have to make sure that every word you can vouch for how you are articulating it. If you cannot vouch for how you're spelling the word, then you are not saying the word correctly, because you don't know what letters to use. You don't know what type of letter it is, so you're not able to connect it correctly, just like we did in Surah Mursalat. The problem is clear. So the Tajweed, you have to understand it. You know, people do not understand. They think Tajweed, you can recite Quran, Holy Quran nicely without Tajweed. They say you don't have to read it with Tajweed. Just read it as you can, as you like. See, this is the problem. But then you want to have the reward of one reciting it for the reward of Allah. Allah only revealed it with Tajweed. He revealed it as it was to be revealed and recited. And you come up with your new way, you and your fancy little hats and your fancy little, titles and your fancy old, ways of how you're going to suppress the Quran with all these hostilities. No, it's unacceptable. Say astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Again, astaghfirullah. Repeat. Go ahead, recite the last part of that correctly.
تنزل الملائكة
والروح فيها
بإذن ربهم من كل
أمر
سلام هي حتى
Salamun here. This is idhar.
سلام هي.
Do you know what the idhar is? What's the idhar here?
It's when.
Tell me, how is this situation idhar? How is it idhar? Meme? Huh? Tell me quick. I don't have all day to play you a little jokes.
Arabic or English?
Either way you like. Explain it. It's your time to explain. There's a tanween. Where's the tanween? On the meme there's a tanween. What kind of tanween is it?
Dhammatain.
It's a dhammatain tanween. Okay, I can understand that. Hey, take your time. Why are you going so fast? You're explaining. You think you need to just wash the waters down your throat, and then whoever is listening doesn't need to understand what you're saying, and you can prove to them that you know Tajweed? You think this is a little game or something? Take your time. Be clear. Okay, so what's on top of the meme?
The last letter of Sadamun is a meme.
Okay.
And then it has a dhammatain. After that, the first letter of the next word is hiya, and it's a.
The next letter is what? What's the next letter? Ha. Okay, so what does that leave us? Ha comes after the dhammatayni, so what?
Ha is part of the group Izhar.
Izhar. What does izhar mean? What does izhar mean?
Izhar.
Yeah, what kind of sound does izhar provide?
If it doesn't make any nasal.
No nasal. What else does it not have? No combination. It's clear.
It's clear.
It's clear. So that's maybe why you gave it some little, combination or something. Again, you're not, you have to discipline to listen. If you're not disciplined enough to listen, then you're not disciplined enough to apply what you're learning, because you're not disciplined enough to learn. Salamunhi. Munhi. It's clear. It's idhar. So the sound.
Salamun hiya hatta.
Hiya ha. And then the ha and the ha.
Hatta matla'il fajr.
Okay. Fajr. Okay, next surah. Surah Bayyinah. So you have a problem now. You have a problem in your dur. Actually, no practice Bayyinah. So you need to practice the Alam Nashrah and the, Teen and Iqra. But Bayyinah, you'll have to do something about it after you finish these correctly, because you got too many dur mistakes. Dur is the revision section. Too many mistakes there. And then we have to even do from Nas coming up. So Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi
وسلم.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So you have to remember, when you're reading over these surahs, take your time. Each word, when you're memorizing, make sure you can picture each word structure. And then it's not that difficult. There you have a lot of one-letter, two-letter words. Wa, one-letter word. Ma, two-letter words. Hiya, two-letter words. Even the sound ala, it's only two sounds. You understand? You have the Qamariya, Shamsiya ideology. So when you're reciting, when you're connecting it, did you connect it to a Shamsiya or did you connect it to a Qamariya? And that makes it a whole lot easier and clearer for you to recite it without, being too shady. Oh, yeah, too suspicious. You're hiding sounds. You're mixing up letters so that, whoever is listening to hear the correct one, maybe they'll hear a little bit of it. But whoever is listening for the incorrect one, also they hear some incorrectness there too. Because the letter, similarity letters between tha and dhal. So they'll say something like that. Yeah, ta and ta like that. Qaf and kha like that. Yeah, so you don't know. If they're saying qaf, if you're listening for qaf, they said, yeah, maybe they said qaf. If you're listening for kha, they said, yeah, maybe you said kha, just to provide more doubt, more suspiciousness, and then more doubt on top of doubt. Nobody cares about the correct one anymore. Then they change it from a tha to a dhal, to a zal, to a dha, to a dad. Nobody knows anymore. Now they're on with their own little ways. Yeah, we're reciting, Quran. We know how to recite, we qaris. But you don't know nothing. Why? Because you mixed up all the letters. You did like the Yahud. That's why Allah Ta'ala said, Maghdubi alayhim, because they're changing, whatever they like, to suit their own charisma, whatever. Same thing. And then you say, yes, I have Quran and Sunnah. What is your Sunnah? Oh, a lot of scholars. Yeah, a lot of scholars, they told us that this is what, Prophet said, but we don't find any evidence in it in the Quran. We don't even look. We just take whatever word that we like, only to say that we are scholarly ourselves. You should be learning the Quran properly. Learn how to spell A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Learn how to spell Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Learn how to spell Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسي السماوات والأرض ولا يؤود حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. Then learn also آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. Be able to recite, and you had a page of Surah Baqarah. What happened to that page? You didn't memorize the first page of Baqarah? You didn't do it. See, you cheated. You were cheating. You're supposed to memorize Alif Lam Mim all the way till Muflihun. This first page, you have to memorize it. Otherwise, you don't qualify for the Hifz program beyond Juz Amma. You just have to stop at Juz Amma and you do a lot of revision. But until you memorize the first page of Baqarah, you don't qualify for the Hifz program. I'm sorry. So I have to disqualify you. Wassalam.